Good morning to everyone. The last class we have discussed about joins, inner join, left outer join, and right outer join. Okay. Unfortunately, right outer join we cannot use in our server because if you want if you want to apply right outer join concept, then we have to use inline declarations. Okay, but inline declarations are not possible in our server. From ABAP 7.4 version onwards, we can use inline declarations. Okay, that is different concept. And today's concept is uh, today's concept is for all entries concept. Okay, so we don't use joins most of the times. In our real time we will go for all entries. So what is happening in this for all entries? First of all, I will create one program. So we have to follow some steps here. If you are working on for all entries, then we have to follow some steps. What are the steps here? So here my requirement is I have to take the data from MKPF table, AMSEC table, MAKT table. Okay. Three tables I am taking here. Okay, MKPF, AMSEC, and MAKT. First of all, I will check the data is available or not in MSEC table, because these are the demo servers, right? Sometimes they will maintain. Sometimes they will maintain the data, or sometimes they won't maintain the data. Let us see the data is available or not. I'm checking here. Okay, data is available. Okay, no problem. So MSEC table means this is the material master information. Not material. We should not spell like that. We will call like segment data, material segment data, like that we will call. Okay, so which type of information it will store? Okay, for example, you are ordering something material. Okay, something raw material you are ordering, right? So at the time, the vendors will send the goods to your company. Okay, so at the time, where you have to keep that one? You have to keep that one, that all raw materials in one godown, right? So at the time, uh, you have to check. Okay, so all the materials came or not? Okay, or any damages are there? We have to return the damages, right? So we have to maintain all the information, how much quantity came. Okay, is it good or not? Like that we have to maintain, we have to check. After checking, we have to maintain the data in our system. Okay, okay, this much of quantity received, this much of quantity received, like that we have to check that one. So this type of information, okay, whenever we receive the material, at the time the data is saving. We have to save some data, this much of material we have received, like that, right? So that type of information we can check in MSEC table. Okay, MSEC is the item data, MKPF is the header data. Okay, MSEC and MKPF, two tables are there. Now, uh, uh, how many tables are participating in this program? Three tables are participating, right? So we have to declare. We have to declare three work areas. Okay, three work areas for three tables. Okay, plus one final work area. Okay, one final work area means total 4 work areas. Okay, and 3 internal tables, 3 tables plus one final internal table. Okay. How many tables are participating? That many of work areas, that many of internal tables we have to take place. One extra, I mean one final work area and internal table we have to take. Right. Fine. I will go to the program and I will declare the internal tables and work area. Before declaring the internal table and work area, we have to declare the types. We know ty underscore mkpf. This is the header data. That's why I'm taking that one first. Okay, mblnr type mkpf mblnr. I will go to the table. I mean, which tables, which fields we have take. I will check from the table level only. mkpf. mjhr. plart. Okay, budat type mkpf budat. End of ty underscore mkpf. So we have to maintain the descriptions also. Material document number. Okay, so material number is different, material document number is different. Material number means just material, something material is there, so we will call like mobile is there. Okay, we will call in normal terms like mobile. Okay, but in SAP terms we have to give one a number to that one, to that material. Okay, that is material number. Material document number means, so just now I discussed, right? I mean, whenever the material is coming, at the time we have to maintain how much information is coming, like that. One order will be there. Okay, the uh, that vendor will send one invoice. Okay, how many materials they are sending, how much quantity, how much the cost, like that they will maintain, they will send one invoice, right? So we have to maintain same information in one our system. Okay, so at that time it will generate one number. Okay, whenever we are maintaining this much of materials we have received in to our company, we are entering the data in a system, right? At that time it will generate one number, that is the material document number. Okay, and here this is the year. So why it is coming like that? See, in the table level if you see these two are the key fields, mblnr and mjhr. Okay, this is the material document number and this is the material document year. So what is going on here? For example, in this year, okay, for 2020 year, the document number is starting from 1. Okay, the document number is starting from 1. So it will I mean 1 2 3 like that it is going on. Okay, the current company is 2020. Okay, the next year also from January 1st 2021 onwards, the document number should start from 1 only, 1 2 3, but the year is 2021. Okay, so the numbers are repeating here. Okay, 1 2 3 like that numbers are repeating, but year is different here. Okay, year is different, that is why we have to take two primary keys here. Okay, mblnr and mjhr. Okay, and BLART, document type. Okay, document type and document date. Fine. Now I will come to MSEC table types. Okay, here types I am writing. Begin on ty underscore MSEC MBLNR type MSEC MBLNR MJHR type MSEC MJHR ZEALE type MSEC hyphen ZEALE and BWART type MSEC hyphen BWART. 1 minute, I will go for table level MSEC. Okay. And here matter WRKS type MSEC hyphen MATNR on plan WRKS type MSEC hyphen WRKS. Just I'm taking some of the fields here like this and end of TY underscore MSEC. Okay, what are the fields here? This is a material document number. Okay, material document number and document year. This is the item number. This is the movement type. All right, BWART. Yeah. So what is the movement type? Okay, so you are getting the raw materials from outside. I mean, vendor is sending something material and we are maintaining the data. Okay, this much of quantity we have received. So we are generating something document number, right? So at that time, something number will generate. Okay, something 101 movements will be there. Okay, stock is coming inside our godown, right? So 101 movement type. Okay, so after that one, I mean, this is not exact movement number. I don't know exactly, but I'm telling what is the meaning of movement here. What is the meaning of movement type? Okay, and for example, the raw material came and that is good, all is good, and we are storing the raw material in our godown. Now we have to send that raw material to production department, production production team. Okay, to produce one final product. Okay, means the material is going outside means from this godown to production place. Okay, the material is going to production place, so at that time we have to maintain 102 movement time. Okay, so once again the finished product will come to godown only. Okay, at that time I will maintain 103. Okay, and after that one final product is completed. Okay, final product is completed, now I have to deliver the final product to customer. Okay, so at that time one movement type will come. Okay, like that. That is movements here. All the information will save in single table only, but the movement types are different here. Okay, but the movement, this is not, I mean, 101 is for that one only, 102 for that one only. I am not telling that one. Just I am telling about movement. What is the movement? What is the meaning of movement? Okay, so movement types will be like that. On MATLAB, material number, and this is the plant. Okay, so I have one company. Okay, I have one company. I can maintain some plants also from in Bangalore, Mumbai, Pune, like that. I will maintain some plants. Okay, same company but different plants. So in Mumbai company, I will manufacture something mobiles. Okay, in Hyderabad company, I will manufacture laptops. So depend on the plant, I will in different plants, I will produce different materials. Okay, but belongs to same company only. All are belongs to only single company. Okay, plants are different here. Okay, and now one more table is there, right? That is the MAKT, right? So here MAKT means, so here material number only we are getting. I just now I discussed like material. Okay, something material mobile is there. Okay, so we will call it as mobile. Okay, but in SAP terms we have to provide one number for that one. Okay, one number like in mobiles also some model numbers are there. Okay, some model numbers. In the same way we have to give one number, unique number to the material, but I don't know the name for that one. Okay, I don't know the name, but number is okay, but I want to get to the description. What is the, what we will call. Okay, by which name we will call it is. Okay, the descriptions, material descriptions or material names will available in MAKT table. Types begin of T by underscore MAKT. Okay, mat now MAKT hyphen MATMR MAKTX type MAKT hyphen MAKTX of T by underscore MAKT. This is the material number. This is the material description. Material description. See here how many types I am writing here. 3 types I am writing here. Every time I am writing types like that. Okay. So instead of writing these types here, okay, I will keep here comma. Okay, means the type is not completed yet. Okay. So here I will remove types. Okay. And the same thing here also. I will keep comma here and I will remove types here. Okay, only one time I have written types. Okay, and after that one, this type is completed here by using end of type name. Okay, this is on structure, and one more type is starting here, begin of ty and square amsec. Okay, so in this way also we can declare. Okay, now I want to declare work area mkpf type ty and square mkpf. Okay, and one more work area for work area amsec type ty and square amsec. Okay, and work area MAKT type ty underscore MAKT and internal tables. Okay, IT underscore MKPF type table of ty underscore MKPF. IT MSEC type table of ty underscore MSEC. IT MAKT type table of ty underscore MAKT. Okay, so 3 internal tables and 3 work areas I have declared here. Okay, and the final one also we have to how the data we have to display. Okay, so 3 internal tables are coming here. 3 internal tables I have to merge into single internal table. Okay, because from only one internal table we can display the data. Okay, so I have to declare one more types here for final one. So you can ask some question here like, so why we are declaring this much of internal table, this much of work areas. Okay, so better to go for inner joins. So inner joins for writing purpose, that is good only. Okay, for writing the code purpose, that is a good only, but for execution, okay, for execution, whenever we are executing the program, at that time the inner join will take little bit extra time. Okay, but for all entries will take less time. Okay, I will show you that one also. Begin of ty underscore final Okay, and from here I have to take this much of information and MAKTX. Okay, and end up TY underscore final. Okay, click on pretty printer. Right, and now final work area. Okay, work area, final type, TY underscore final. Internal table also, final internal table. Okay, IT final type table of TY underscore final. Okay. Now I have declared all the things, work areas and internal tables. This is done now. Okay. Now we have to write one select query for header table first of all. Okay, header table first of all. Okay, we can go for item table also, no problem. But if you go for item table, then what will happen? It will contain some duplicates also. Whenever we are fetching some more data from another table, then it will trigger 2-3 times. Okay, in the database table, it will trigger 2-3 times for same record. That's why we will go for header table first of all. Okay, select MBLNR MJAHR and BLART and BUDAT. Okay, BUDAT from which table? MKPF table. So you already know about this one. From MKTF table into table IIT MKPF. Okay, where MBLNR in. Okay, where MBLNR in S underscore MBLNR and MJAHR equal to P underscore MJAHR. Means see here I am taking MBLNR as the select options. Okay, means multiple records are coming. Here I am giving MJHR equal to P underscore MJHR, single record, only one year I am giving. Okay, so for that one we have to declare the input values also, right? So select options S underscore MBLNR type S underscore MBLNR for work area MKPF hyphen MBLNR. Next parameter P underscore MJAHR equal type MKPF MJAHR. Okay, so I am taking two input fields. One is the select options and one more is the parameter. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to write one more select query for item data. Select. Okay, select MBLNR MJAHR and JGALE and BWART, MATNUG and WRKS plant. See, I am declaring something fields here, right? Okay, so in from MSEC table, I am declaring something fields here, right? MB runner, MJH, JDALE like that. So you just check in the table level. Okay, we just check in the table level. So how the order of the fields? Okay, how the order of the fields? First one MBLNR, MJHR, JDALE. Okay, in the same order. Okay, in the same order, you can declare. You can declare in misorder also. Like for example, I will take a WRKS in the first line also. Okay, so at that time, what will happen? So the performance will be little bit low. Okay, the performance will be little bit low. So in the declaration part, how we have to declare the fields means, so how the order is there in the table level. Okay, how the order is there in the table level. In the same order we have to declare in our program. Okay, in our types. Okay, we can declare in misorder also. Okay, first of all I will declare WARKS, and after that one BWART, and after that one MBL or MGHR, like that I can also declare. But so it will little bit, I mean, in if you go to any company, then you will write the program, and after that one your TL will review your code. Okay, he will review your code. At that time they will follow some rules. Okay, so they will tell like you have to follow some order of the fields as the table level. Okay, it will come back to you. Okay, it won't move to quality adoption. Okay, so better to follow the order of the fields. Okay, how the order is there in the table level, the same way we can declare the internal tables work areas like that. Okay, and one more thing, and here how you are writing the fields here, how you are declaring the fields. Okay, so in the same order only you have to write the select query. Okay, in the same order only we have to write the select query. If you write WR case is coming in the last, okay, I will write this one in the first field. Okay, then it won't work, data will mismatch here. Okay, so how the order of the fields is there in the internal table declaration part, the same way we have to write the fields in the select query. Okay, the fields must should be in the same order, the select query and declaration part. Okay, fine. From which table it is? From MSEC. Okay, into table IT MSEC. Okay, so up to here you already know this one. Now I have to give the link here, right? So we here something MKPF something data is coming here. Okay, so first of all I will check here in MKPF MBL NR. Okay, and MJE HR. Okay, some more fields are there. Okay, but key fields only I am taking here. Okay, key fields only I am taking here. And here also MBL NR, MJA HR, and JTI LE. Okay, 3 key fields are there. Okay, I am fetching something data here, right? So the MBL NR equal to 001, and the item here is 2020. Okay, and here also 002 2020, 003 2020. Okay, now I have fetched this data. Okay, now I have fetched this data. Now I am trying to fetch MSEC data. Okay, now I am trying to fetch MSEC data. Now what I have to give? Already I have given some conditions. MBL NR and MJHR I have given here. Okay, MBL NR MJHR input data I have given here. Some conditions I am applying in this one. That is why it is fetching only 3 records. Okay, now I have to fetch. Okay, I have to fetch MSEC data for these 3 fields only. For these 3 records only, 001, 002, and 003. For these records only, I have to fetch the data in MSEC. Okay, so for that one, here we have to write for all entries concept. Okay, for all entries in, so we are checking in the first internal table, MKPF internal table, for all entries in this internal table. Okay, for all entries in IT MKPF. Okay, for all entries in IT MKPF. Where here we have to check, we are fetching something data in the MSEC, right? So we have to link, okay, this MBLNR to this MBLNR, and MJHR, this MJHR to this MJHR. We have to link here. Okay, so where MBLNR equal to, okay, so this is the total internal table. I mean, in this internal table, all, I mean, how many records are coming in the MBLNR? All the records I have to fetch, right? All the records means internal table will come here. Okay, IT MKPF hyphen MBL NR, and MJA HR equal to IT MKPF MJA HR. Okay, and there is no and, this much only. Okay, only 2 conditions are there. what I'm doing here, first of all, I'm writing a select query for MKPF. I'm applying all the conditions, all the things, and I'm fetching something data here. Okay, and after that one, I'm fetching the MSEC data. Okay, I'm fetching the MSEC data. Now what I'm doing while fetching the data, I am checking. Okay, so here how many records are there? MBL NR and MJHR. For these fields only. Okay, for these records only, I have to fetch the common data in MSEC. Okay, common data I have to fetch in MSEC. So I'm giving some condition like, so we have to fetch the data from MSEC table, but the material document number should be in MKPF. What is the material document number is coming? For that material document number only I have to fetch in MSEC table. Okay, that's why I am writing here for all entries in IT MKPF. Okay, and I am giving some condition. This MBLNR equal to, in this IT MKPF, MBLNR is coming, right? How many records are coming for MBLNR? For those all material document numbers, I have to fetch the MSEC data. Okay, and how many how many records are coming for MJHR? For those all years, for those all records, I have to fetch the MSEC data. Okay, so this is the syntax of for all entries concept here.
Sir, in the 76th line, MJHR, not MJHAR.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, fine. Now I have to paste the data of MAKT, right? Okay, select matter MATNR and MAKTX. Okay, from MAKT table into table IT MAKT. Okay, and here material number is coming here. Okay, in MSEC table material number is coming. Okay, for this all material records. Okay, for this all material records, I have to fetch MAKT data. Okay, that's why for all entries in IT MSEC. Okay, for all entries in IT MSEC, where Matner equal to, okay, IT MSEC hyphen Matner. Okay, here how many records are coming per material document numbers? For those all materials, for those all material numbers, I have to fetch MAKT data. Okay, and here we have to write one more condition here. Okay, once we are fetching the data from the first internal table, then we have to check here. Okay, here for all entries concept we are writing, right? For all entries concept. So what is the internal table here? This internal table, okay, we have to give one condition here. Okay, if this internal table, okay, is not initial, okay, is not initial. What is this initial here? Okay, initial means empty. Okay, initial means empty. Is not initial means is not empty, means something data is available, means this IT MKPF is there, right? So in this IT MKPF something records are available. Okay, any record is available, then only I have to go for this select query, otherwise not required to go for the select query. Okay, so why we have to write this if condition, I will show you. Okay, in the debugging I will show you. Okay, and here also I'm writing IT MSEC. Okay, just copy this one, and before the select query I have to write like if this internal table is not initial. Okay, and here end if. Okay, if end if I am writing. Now click on pretty printer. Now it is coming here. See, if is coming starting here and end if is the line is ending starting here. If I click on pretty printer, see the code is aligning in one order. Okay, so if is starting here and end if is starting here. See, in the same line it is starting here. Okay, and here also the code will align in one order. Okay, now I will display the data, but how can we display the data? By using item internal table, right? Now we have to loop the internal table of item internal table, loop at IT MSEC. Okay, loop at IT MSEC into work area MSEC. Okay, now we have to pass the data line by line. We have to pass the data from work area MSEC to work area final. Okay, work area final hyphen MVLNR equal to, okay, I'm already getting the data in MSEC. Okay, you already know about loop statement. How can we loop the internal table and how can we pass the data to another internal table like that? You already know that one. Okay, now I'm just passing the data from MSEC MVLNR. Okay, what I'm doing here, okay, see here I am keeping I'm clicking, I'm clicking on something number here, 89 row. I'm clicking on 89 row and I'm clicking on control plus D. Okay, control plus D means the line will be duplicate, means same data will copy and paste in another line. See, control D I'm taking, see, control D. Okay, now in place of MJHR, okay, here MJHR I will pass. Okay, and ZEILE. This is item number. This is also ZEILE and MATNA. And here also MATNA. Okay, and here WRKS. And here also WRKS. Okay, now I'm filling all the data. Okay, I'm filling all the data from BWRT also is there, right?